Venus opposing the IM Seelie is a fascinating and often complex aspect that can significantly influence the dynamics of a relationship. Understanding the planets and points. Venus represents love, affection, values, aesthetics, pleasure, harmony, and what we attract and desire in relationships. It signifies how we give and receive love, and our social graces. I'm Seelie, the cusp of the fourth house. It represents our roots, home, family, private life, emotional foundations, sense of belonging, and innermost self. It's the most private and foundational part of our chart. Venus opposing in Synastry, behavior and expectations. When one person's Venus opposes the other person's it creates a unique interplay that touches upon both emotional intimacy and personal values. Potential behaviors and dynamics. Attraction to the other home life. The Venus person may be drawn to the IC person's home environment, family traditions, or even their deepest emotional core, feeling a strong sense of comfort or familiarity, even if it's different from their own. The IC person may find the Venus person's way of expressing love, their values, or their aesthetic sense quite captivating, though potentially challenging to fully integrate into their private world. Differences in domestic values and comfort. The Venus person's ideal of comfort, beauty, and domestic harmony, Venus, might clash or be distinctly different from the IC person's deeply ingrained sense of home, security, and private life, IC. One partner might prioritize aesthetic appeal and social engagement within the home, while the other values a more private, traditional, or emotionally secure sanctuary. This can lead to disagreements about decorating, hosting guests, or even the overall atmosphere of the shared living space. Balancing public and private selves. Venus is often about social interaction and attracting others, while the IC is deeply personal and private. The Venus person might encourage the IC person to be more open or to share their private world, which the IC person might resist or find uncomfortable. Conversely, the IC person might challenge the Venus person to delve deeper into their emotional roots and private needs, moving beyond superficial attractions. Emotional vulnerability and security. The Venus person's desire for affection and harmony might bring up vulnerabilities in the IC person related to their early home life or sense of security. The IC person might provide a deep sense of emotional grounding for the Venus person, but there could be moments where the Venus person's need for outward expression or social validation feels at odds with the IC person's need for retreat and inner peace. Potential for growth and integration. While challenging, oppositions are aspects of awareness and potential integration. This aspect can force both individuals to confront their own expectations about home, love, and security. The Venus person can learn to appreciate the depth and foundational needs of the IC person, finding new ways to express affection that resonate on a deeper level. The IC person can learn to bring more beauty, harmony, and social grace into their private world through the influence of the Venus person. Expectations. Venus person's expectations. They might expect the relationship to bring a beautiful, harmonious home life, where their values are reflected and appreciated. They might expect the IC person to share their aesthetic preferences or be open to social gatherings at home. IC person's expectations. They might expect the relationship to provide a deep sense of emotional security, privacy, and a strong foundation. They might expect the Venus person to understand and respect their need for personal space and their deep-seated traditions or comforts. Navigating the aspect. Success with a Venus opposite IC Synastry aspect relies on open communication, discussing expectations and preferences regarding home life, privacy, and emotional needs is crucial. Compromise. Both partners will need to meet in the middle. The Venus person might need to respect the IC person's need for privacy, and the IC person might need to open their home to more of the Venus person's social or aesthetic influences. Appreciation of differences. Recognizing that different approaches to home and love can enrich the relationship, rather than being solely sources of conflict. Building a shared foundation. Consciously creating a home environment and emotional space that honors both partners' needs for beauty, comfort, security, and connection. In essence, Venus opposite IC in Synastry suggests a relationship where love and domestic life are intertwined but also present areas of distinct difference. With conscious effort, these differences can become a source of growth and a more well-rounded, balanced partnership. Subscribe, like and share. Synastry Venus for you.